And yeah, I know, it's not as profitable as actually staking our coins or the actual value of our coins going back up to all-time highs, but at least we're getting some percentage back just by using these credit cards. I'm totally fine. Now, I know, if you clicked on this video, I'm guessing you're one of two people. You're either a lover of all things credit cards, which is great. Come right in, make yourself comfortable. There's a fire and some s'mores right over there. I mean, literally, there's a fire right over here. Or you're just knocking on my door at 1 in the morning during the dead of winter. That's right, and I do mean the crypto winter. Hey man, you got any Bitcoin at 20K? But seriously, I know how hard it is to watch your portfolios pretty much shatter and drop 80% within just a few months. Even if you're playing it safe and going with Bitcoin, this recent downturn has led to losses in excess of 50% from the peak. So let me try to mend some of your pain. Let me give you a blanket, some hot chocolate so we can weather this terrible crypto winter together. So just know right off the bat that these tips I'm going to show you today may be small, but they have a snowballing effect. Did you get it? The winter joke? So yeah, a snowballing effect that can help you recoup some of your losses to your portfolio. So let's delve right into the complex, misunderstood, and to some, the frightening world of crypto and their respective credit cards. So first up on our list is going to be the most famous, but also the most unknown. If that makes any sense whatsoever, I'm sure you've seen their ads at least 500 times over the last year. None other than the Crypto.com card. Now notice how I didn't say credit card. That's because, well, alright, you got me. The first card on our list of credit cards is not necessarily a credit card at all, but what's called a preloaded card, which is a little bit different than a debit card. In short, debit cards are linked to bank accounts, while preloaded cards have to be, well, preloaded with money from either a debit card, a credit card, or even cryptocurrency. And then you could only spend the total amount that you actually preloaded on that card itself. There's nothing past that. So let me know if that made sense. If not, leave a comment down below. Now before you freak out and call me a clickbaiting crypto shell in the comments and then clicking unsubscribe, now, despite it being a preloaded debit card, it does come with an impressive list of benefits that I think you need to hear. So firstly, with this card, you're not going to be getting all the things that are usually associated with credit cards, such as annual fees and credit limits, which pretty much means it's a free card, which, like I said, has to be preloaded with your typical debit card, your credit card, PayPal, or even cryptocurrencies that you hold on the platform will be converted into USD and then preloaded onto your card. And this card also comes with 5 different tiers that changes depending on your stake amount, which pretty much just means how much of their crypto that you hold in your wallet, CRO. I'm not really sure how to say it. The more money that you have in CRO and on the platform itself, the higher rewards bonuses you get. And just know that all these bonuses and rewards are actually paid out in CRO itself and then can be converted to other cryptocurrencies or US dollars. So you can see here that it ranges from having $0 staked in CRO and then getting about 1% back CRO on all purchases, all the way to having $400,000 staked with CRO and getting about 5% back on all purchases. As well as with that higher tier, you're going to be getting complimentary Spotify, Netflix, Amazon Prime, 10% back on Expedia purchases up to about $50 per month, and another 10% back on Airbnb purchases up to about $100 per month. As well as some other pretty unique benefits like the private jet partnership. I wonder what that actually is. Can you imagine just flying on a Crypto.com plane? So, a lot of interesting perks and cashback rewards. But you have to be the type of person that is not afraid to have $400,000 staked on a platform that's not FDIC insured, which pretty much means that you're not backed in the event that the company goes bankrupt. That means all the money that you have staked on the platform is essentially gone forever. Then I think you're probably a part of the 0.001% of the population, and why you're even here looking for 5% cashback anyway. And you know what? Hit that like, subscribe, and notification bell if you're a part of that 99.999% of the population that won't stake $400,000 in a crypto that's not Bitcoin. Next up on our list is the second crypto credit card, and yes, I do mean an actual credit card this time. Can I get a drum roll for this one, please? Okay, and the next credit card is the BlockFi Rewards Visa credit card. Okay, so just give me 1 second. Let me give you guys a huge disclaimer before we move on to all the benefits. As a lot of you may know, the world and the scope of the economy is kind of getting wrecked right now. What with recession fears looming, interest rates rising, and fear of the collapse of the dollar, we're seeing more and more investors fly to safety. Now typically that means they're going to pull their money out of more risky and speculative assets, and typically will funnel that money into more safe, value, conservative, profit-generating companies. Or if there's a real scare, and especially with inflation hitting all-time highs, there's usually a run to bonds, as bonds typically will do better in high inflationary environments. I mean, pretty much just look right here. You could buy I-bonds right now and get a 9% APY. Where can you get that anywhere else in the market right now? Now, along with this, we've seen the collapse and the downfall of a lot of different cryptocurrencies and brokerages themselves. We all remember Terra Luna, Squid Coin.
$68 trillion. And now the market... Oh! Oh! It to zero! Yo!
And even platforms like Voyager Digital filing for bankruptcy. And we're starting to see those same platforms like Voyager Digital and Celsius locking their platforms from withdrawals. As if they didn't do that, they would pretty much shrivel up any liquidity they had and eventually become insolvent, bankrupt. So why did I just go through that whole spiel? To let you know that this is a decently scary time in the cryptocurrency world, especially for someone that's just getting into it now, so I always advise do your own research, and just assume that pretty much any money that you put in the brokerage is at risk and could possibly go to zero. So make sure that it's not your emergency fund, your kid's college fund, anything like that. So just plan for the worst, expect the best, and be ready for a surprise. But some people on the other side, on the contrary, will tell you that this is the absolute best time to get into crypto, or even just to start earning crypto awards, as the crypto market has already fallen substantially. So the point is, just really do your own due diligence. So that's scary at all, right? You still with me? Keep watching. Okay, so back to the second credit card on our list, the BlockFi Rewards credit card. So this card offers a $0 annual fee. When you apply for this card, it's only going to give you a soft pull on your credit file because they already do a pre-screening and pre-approval process when you go to apply on their website. So you'll essentially be approved without it actually affecting your credit score, as well as no foreign transaction fees, no ATM fees, so that's always nice. So with this card, you're going to be getting 1.5% back on all purchases in the form of Bitcoin or 10 other cryptocurrencies on their platform. Now honestly, for me, I think that's a pretty awesome deal for two reasons. One is that you'll be earning and simultaneously investing in all of these cryptocurrencies every single time you swipe your card. So with 1.5% cash back, that essentially means that for every $100 that you spend, you're going to be getting back $1.50 in the crypto of your choosing. So you're essentially dollar cost averaging into the market without doing any extra work whatsoever. Now, of course, the amount of crypto that you're going to be getting is based on the market conditions at the time. So for example, if Bitcoin is down for the day, you're going to be getting slightly higher Bitcoin on all your purchases. And inversely, if Bitcoin is up on that day and you make the same purchase, you'll be getting slightly less Bitcoin than you did the day prior. And leave a like if you prefer Bitcoin over any other altcoins. But actually, the rewards don't just stop there. There's actually a higher tiered system for some special people. So who are those special people, you may ask? Well, if you spend at least $30,000, and yes, I do mean $30,000 per calendar year, with your BlockFi Rewards credit card, you're going to be getting an extra 0.5% per dollar spent back. So that means if you're a person that actually meets that threshold, you're going to be getting 2% back on crypto on all purchases. Are you disappointed? Me too. And the second reason is that with dollar cost averaging into the crypto market, you can potentially have a huge upside on all the small purchases you made over the years. So let's take a really quick back of the napkin math example here. Let's say that over a 3-year period, you spent about $30,000 on your BlockFi Rewards credit card. Now, if we're just talking about the rewards itself, that means you're essentially going to be getting about $450 worth of Bitcoin at the end of 3 years. Seems like not really a crazy amount, right? But let's say that each year, starting from 3 years ago, using the current price of Bitcoin of around 20K, that it essentially doubled every single year for the next 3 years. So that essentially means that by year 3, Bitcoin would now be sitting at $80,000. Now, like I said, this is really rough math, but if our rewards were about $150 per year, it would also, in theory, double every single year as well. Now, of course, this is just a perfect world, but stay with me. Now let's say that we just started our first year and now we have $150 worth of Bitcoin after spending 10K the first year. That would mean a total of about $450 after the first year is done, then around $1,050 after year 2, and an astounding $2,250 by year 3's end. Which, if you do the math, ends up being about a 13% return on your money over a 3-year period. In a perfect world, of course. Which is a heck of a ton more than just your initial cash back. So you really are just at the mercy of price fluctuations. But if you really are a long-term investor and you believe in these cryptos long-term, and continue to often dollar cost average into the market over a 20-year period, I'm sure you'll come out with a good chunk of change. And remember, not financial advice. And there are a couple of other miscellaneous benefits, such as 0.25% back in Bitcoin on all eligible trades up to a limit of about $500 per month. So if you're just a crypto trader, this card might be the one for you. And their affiliate program, which I'm sure you've seen in a lot of finance YouTubers' videos over the last year, which is $30 in Bitcoin for every friend that you refer, and they actually make a deposit on the platform. And yes, I heard you whispering, the guy all the way in the back, you guys really can't get enough of this stuff, huh? Yes, this card is made out of metal, and it sounds amazing, I'm sure. That's all they care about. Okay, so now onto the last and final crypto credit card on today's list, which personally I think I may like the most. No drum roll needed, and this credit card is the Venmo Cashback Rewards credit card. Now again, before you dislike and unsub because it's not directly a crypto credit card, let me show you how it actually can be better than the other credit cards that I talked about on this list today. Now this card, much like the others, has no annual fee, no foreign transaction fees, and no minimum redemption amounts. Now where this card differs is the bonus categories. With this card, you actually have 3 different tiers of cashback ranging from 3%, 2%, and of course, 1%. And with the 3 and 2% cashback bonuses, you actually can pick and choose between 8 different categories of things that people typically spend money on, which ranges from cashback to things such as grocery, dining, or even the utilities you pay in your house. So whatever you spend the most on, make that your 3% category. And then for the 2% category, you just get to pick a second one out of the 8. If you're wondering what's actually included in all 8 categories, I'll leave it on the screen right here. I'm just kidding, your screen's not actually frozen. So personally, I would probably make my 3% category on grocery, as that's what I spend the most on per month. But maybe that's not you, and maybe you spend way more on house utilities, or even if you just commute to work and you have to spend a lot of money on gas per month, make that your 3% category. So now, how is this actually a crypto credit card? Alright, I'm getting to it. No, you're not this pushy with the subscribe button. I'm just kidding. But seriously, with all that cash back, you can now set up Venmo's automatic crypto purchase program. So with this, whatever amount that you want to allocate to dollar cost averaging into the crypto of your choice, it will automatically... Why do I feel weird? It will automatically buy said crypto, and Venmo actually waives the normal crypto transaction fees, which is awesome and just puts a little bit more money back in your wallet. Again, subject to the volatility of the cryptos, etc, etc. Oh, and I don't know if I'm just new to the game, but I thought this was awesome. I thought this was so cool that they actually embedded your own personal QR code for all your sending and requesting needs directly onto the Venmo credit card. Sorry, I'm just weird like that. So hopefully this list will help you guys out to weather this treacherous crypto winter while mitigating the damage done to your portfolio while growing your position substantially. Okay, I'm freezing. Subscribe for more.